Hello, and welcome back to the lab. For the past 9 masterclass videos, we have spent a lot of incredible time together right here, learning the science of healthy aging. We've journeyed deep into the heart of the D.A.S.H diet. We became sodium detectives, uncovering salt in the most surprising places. We learned how to dine out with confidence, transforming from worried diners into skilled food diplomats. We even embarked on a journey to completely retrain our own taste buds. We have done the theoretical work. We have studied the blueprints and learned the principles in our lab. But a great scientist doesn't just stay in the lab. They go out into the field to see how their theories hold up in the real world. And that is exactly what we are doing today. Today, we're putting all of that knowledge to the test. We're going on a field trip to the place where all our healthy decisions begin, the American supermarket. Now I know that for many, this place can be a source of anxiety. There are over 40,000 different products on these shelves, all competing for your attention with bright colors and bold promises. The marketing messages on the front of the boxes, all natural, low fat, made with real fruit, are often designed to mislead you. It can feel like you're navigating a maze blindfolded, hoping you make the right choices for your health and your budget. But today, we are walking in with a map. Our knowledge is our map. The skills we've learned together are our compass. So think of this as our final exam, but it's the best kind of exam. It's practical, it's hands-on, and it's an open book test where I'm right here to give you all the answers. We're going to take our abstract knowledge about concepts like low sodium, whole grains, and healthy fats, and we're going to turn them into tangible, delicious items. We can put them right here, in our cart. I want you to imagine David and Susan on their very first shopping trip after David's doctor recommended the D.A.S.H diet. They probably felt completely lost. I can picture them wandering these same aisles for 2 hours, picking up boxes, squinting at the fine print on the labels with frustration, arguing over whether a multigrain cracker was a healthy choice, and leaving feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. The trip we are taking together today is the opposite of that. This is the shopping trip that David and Susan can take now, confident, efficient, and completely stress-free. I'm going to show you exactly what goes into my cart for a typical week following the D.A.S.H diet. My personal philosophy for a successful grocery cart is this. I aim for it to be at least 70% full of things that don't even have a nutrition label: fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh lean proteins. The other 30% will be smartly chosen packaged goods, where we have become experts at reading the label and know we are making a good choice. We are aiming for a cart that is bursting with color, with life, and with health. By the end of this trip, you will not just have a shopping list. You will have a new perspective. You will see the supermarket not as a place of temptation and confusion, but as a place of opportunity and empowerment. You will have the confidence to walk into any grocery store in America and build a cart full of heart-healthy foods without a moment of stress. Okay, our list is ready. Our bags are ready. Let's go shopping. All right, we are inside. And my number 1 rule for any supermarket trip, the strategy that will simplify your life and improve your health more than any other, is this: shop the perimeter first. Think about the layout of almost any grocery store in America. The outer walls are where the real, whole, unprocessed foods live: fresh produce, the butcher counter, seafood, and dairy. Why? Because these are the items that need constant refrigeration and restocking, making the perimeter the most logical placement. The center aisles are a maze of boxes, bags, and cans with long ingredient lists and even longer shelf lives. We will make a few strategic strikes into those aisles later. But for now, we're going to spend about 80% of our time and our budget right here, on the perimeter. And our first, most important stop is right here. Welcome to the true pharmacy of the supermarket. This section is where you find the real medicine for your body: vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, all wrapped up in their beautiful natural packaging. So where do we start? I always begin with leafy greens. They are nature's multivitamin. Today, I'm grabbing a large bunch of organic kale. It's sturdy, so it will hold up all week for our meal prep salads. I'm also getting a big bag of pre-washed spinach. This is for our green smoothies and for wilting into our veggie scrambles. Why these? They are packed with two of the D.A.S.H diet's mineral superheroes, potassium and magnesium, which, as we know, help our blood vessels relax and counterbalance the effects of sodium. They're also rich in vitamin K, which is essential for bone health. Next, my favorite rule: eat the rainbow. We're not just looking for vegetables. We're looking for a variety of colors, because those different colors signify different types of powerful phytonutrients and antioxidants. Think of antioxidants as your body's personal team of protectors, neutralizing unstable molecules called free radicals that can cause cellular damage and inflammation. So in my cart go these beautiful red bell peppers. That vibrant red isn't just pretty. It's a sign they are bursting with vitamin C. I'll grab a head of broccoli. It's a cruciferous vegetable full of fiber and sulforaphane, a compound studied for its anti-cancer properties, and I'll get a bag of carrots. The bright orange color comes from beta-carotene, which our body cleverly converts into vitamin A, essential for our vision and immune system. Okay, now for the foundation of all delicious, low-sodium cooking. We never, ever leave the store without our flavor foundation, onions and garlic. I'll add fresh ginger to that list as well. We learned in our Retraining Your Taste Buds video that the secret to cooking with less salt is to build more flavor in other ways. When you take the time to slowly saute onions and garlic, their natural sugars caramelize and create dozens of new complex flavor compounds. This process, known as the Maillard reaction, creates a deep, savory base that makes your food taste rich and satisfying, dramatically reducing the need to reach for the salt shaker. This is our #1 flavor trick in action. Now, let's talk fruit. I always start with our two budget MVPs, bananas and apples. Bananas are the ultimate grab-and-go potassium source, perfect for preventing muscle cramps and balancing sodium. Apples are the fiber champion. The pectin in apples is a fantastic type of soluble fiber that helps lower cholesterol and keeps you feeling full. Remember our power pairing rule? An apple by itself is a great snack, but an apple with a handful of almonds is a perfect blood sugar stabilizing mini meal. After I have my staples, I look for what's seasonal and on sale. And look at this. We're shopping in mid-July, which is peak season for berries here in the US. These blueberries and strawberries are beautiful, fragrant, and the price is right. So today, we'll get the fresh ones. Their deep blue and red colors are from powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, which are particularly good for brain health. But let's imagine we were here in February. These same little containers would be twice the price and likely wouldn't taste as good. In that case, we would walk right past this display and make a mental note to visit our secret weapon, the frozen aisle later on. All right, we have a beautiful cart full of produce. Our next stop on the perimeter is the meat and seafood counter. For our meal prep this week, I'm getting some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This is a wonderfully versatile low-fat protein we can grill or bake on our prep day. Now here's an expert-level tip when buying packaged chicken. Turn it over and look at the fine print. You want to avoid any packages that say, contains up to 15% of a saline solution, or retained water. Some producers inject chicken with salt water to increase its weight and make it seem more moist. That is a huge source of hidden sodium that we want to avoid. You are literally paying for salt water. Look for chicken that is labeled air-chilled whenever possible. It means it hasn't been processed with extra salt water. Next, let's look at the fish. Our goal is to have fatty fish about twice a week to get those incredible, heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. Remember, these are essential fats, meaning our body can't make them, so we must get them from food. They are powerful anti-inflammatories and are absolutely crucial for both heart health and brain health. Today, the wild-caught coho salmon looks fresh and is on sale, so that's a win. But I always tell people, don't get married to one specific type of fish. Be flexible. If the salmon looked too expensive today, I would look at the Arctic char or the cod. My decision-making process is, what looks fresh, what's on sale, and what fits my budget. And I always remember I have a backup plan. If nothing at the fresh counter looks good or affordable, I know I can find high-quality frozen fish fillets in the frozen aisle. We'll be heading there later. Having a backup plan removes all the stress from the decision. Okay, our perimeter shopping is mostly done. Our cart is full of real, whole foods. Now, it's time to make a few quick strategic strikes into the center aisles. Okay, we've filled our cart with beautiful fresh foods from the perimeter. That was the easy part. Now, we make our strategic, surgical strikes into the center aisles. The center aisles are where the supermarket psychological tricks are at their most powerful. Every package is designed to grab your eye with bright colors and bold claims. But we have our list. It's our map. We are not here to browse. We are here to execute our plan with precision. Our first mission is the canned goods aisle. This aisle can be a minefield of sodium, but it's also home to some incredible budget-friendly pantry staples if you know what to look for. Let's start with a perfect real-world example of our label reading skills in action. Diced tomatoes. I need these for the lentil soup we planned. Here we have a famous national brand. Let's turn it over. The sodium is 290 milligrams for just a half-cup serving. Now look at this can right next to it. It's the supermarket's own store brand, and the label clearly says, no salt added. Let's check the panel. Only 15 milligrams of sodium per serving, which is just what occurs naturally in the tomatoes. By making this one simple swap, we are saving over 270 milligrams of sodium per serving. A full can has about 3.5 servings, so this single choice saves us nearly 1,000 milligrams of sodium in our soup recipe. This is a massive win. This one goes in the cart. This was a huge aha moment for our friend Susan. She used to buy whatever brand of pasta sauce was on sale. One day, she compared the label of her usual brand to a no salt added version. The difference was over 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. She was horrified. She realized she was unknowingly adding a huge amount of salt to what she thought was a healthy, homemade meal. Now she only buys no salt added tomato products and builds her own flavor. While we're here, we'll grab our other pantry powerhouses. 2 cans of no salt added chickpeas and 1 can of no salt added black beans. Remember to rinse them before using to wash away any residual sodium from the canning liquid. And for a quick protein source, I'll grab some canned tuna packed in water, not oil. This is a fantastic, affordable way to make a quick DASH-friendly tuna salad. Next up, grains and legumes. For things like rolled oats and brown rice, if your store has a bulk bin section, that is always your most affordable option. You can buy exactly the amount you need, and it reduces packaging waste. But the most important skill in this aisle is learning to see through the marketing on bread. Let's look at this loaf. The front of the package is beautiful. It says hearty multigrain and has pictures of wheat fields. It feels healthy. But this is where we become detectives. We ignore the front and turn it over to the ingredients list. The very first ingredient here is enriched wheat flour. That is just a fancy name for white flour. This is a trap. Now look at this loaf. We turn it over and the very first ingredient says 100% whole wheat flour. These are the magic words. This tells you that the entire grain kernel, the bran, the germ, and the endosperm is included. This means you get all the fiber, B vitamins, and minerals. If the first ingredient isn't 100% whole, put it back on the shelf. While we're here, I'll also grab a bag of dry lentils. They are a budget and nutritional MVP, as we know. For pasta, the same rule applies. I look for a pasta that is 100% whole wheat, or for an extra boost of protein and fiber, one made from chickpeas or lentils. Alright, a quick trip to the dairy aisle. I'm here for two things. First, plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. And I want to emphasize the word plain. Let's do a quick comparison. This small, single-serving container of a popular fruit-on-the-bottom yogurt has 18 grams of added sugar. That's more sugar than you'll find in a glazed donut. It's dessert, not a health food. Instead, I always buy the large tub of plain Greek yogurt. It has 0 added sugar and nearly double the protein of regular yogurt. We control the sweetness at home by adding our own fresh or frozen berries. This swap alone is a massive victory for your health. Second, I'll grab a half gallon of low-fat, 1%, or skim milk. We're choosing this to reduce our intake of saturated fat, just as the D.A.S.H diet recommends. If you prefer plant-based milks, that's great too. Just look for an unsweetened version of almond or soy milk, and check the label to make sure it's fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Our final stop in the center aisles is my secret weapon for both budget and convenience, the frozen food aisle. I call this aisle the time capsule. The nutrients from perfectly ripe produce are flash frozen and locked in here, waiting for you, no matter the season. I'm grabbing a large bag of frozen mixed berries for my morning smoothies and oatmeal. We saw how expensive the fresh ones were today. These are half the price and will never go bad in my fridge. I'm also getting a bag of frozen spinach. It's perfect to toss into soups, stews, or scrambles. Other great finds here are frozen broccoli florets, chopped onions, and bell pepper strips. They are fantastic time savers for our meal prep. The key here is to buy plain, single-ingredient frozen vegetables. You want to avoid anything that comes pre-made in a sauce, like broccoli and cheese sauce or teriyaki stir-fry mix. Those sauces are almost always loaded with sodium and unhealthy fats. And finally, let's look at the fish. Remember our fish counter dilemma? Here are the beautiful frozen wild-caught salmon fillets. The price per pound is significantly cheaper. Buying frozen fish is one of the smartest ways to guarantee you get your 2 servings of heart-healthy omega-3 South a week without ever straining your budget. This is a perfect example of having a smart backup plan, and that's it. Our surgical strikes are complete. Our cart is full, and we've successfully navigated the maze. Now let's head to the checkout. Alright, our mission is complete. Before we head to the checkout, I want you to just take a moment and look at what we've accomplished here. Look around at other carts in the store. You might see them filled with brightly colored boxes of cereal, bags of chips, and cases of soda. Those carts might represent convenience, but also a high cost in terms of health and budget. Now look at our cart. What do you see? You see actual colors, the deep green of kale, the bright red of bell peppers, the orange of sweet potatoes. Our cart is full of life. This is what a health insurance policy looks like in grocery form. It's a cart full of intention. And because we came in with a plan and made smart choices, we've stayed right on budget. Let's remember our couple, David and Susan. They set a weekly grocery budget of $120. By sticking to their list, they are checking out today at $115, with a cart overflowing with nourishment. That is a true victory. Okay, let's pay for this beautiful haul and take it home. Welcome back to my kitchen. This is the part I love, seeing all of this beautiful potential spread out before us. This isn't just a pile of groceries. This is the result of a successful mission. Let's do a quick review of our haul, categorized by the role each food will play in our health this week. First, our foundation. This incredible array of fresh fruits and vegetables. This is our primary source of the potassium, magnesium, vitamins, and fiber that are the heart and soul of the D.A.S.H diet. This is what will give us that feeling of vibrant energy. Next, our lean proteins. We have the boneless, skinless chicken breasts and the fresh cod. We have our high-quality eggs. And we have our incredible plant-based powerhouses, the chickpeas and the lentils. This is what will keep us feeling full and satisfied, and what will maintain our muscle mass, which is so critical as we age. Over here, we have our high-fiber whole grains, the 100% whole wheat bread, the brown rice from the pantry, the quinoa, the rolled oats. This is our slow-burning fuel. This is what provides our brains and bodies with steady, stable energy without the blood sugar roller coaster. And finally, our smart pantry staples. The no-salt added tomatoes, the olive oil, the vinegars. These are the tools that allow us to build flavor and create delicious meals from scratch. So what does this beautiful pile of groceries truly represent? It doesn't represent hours of hard work and chores in the kitchen this week. It represents the exact opposite. It represents freedom. It represents freedom from the 5 p.m. what's for dinner stress, freedom from the temptation of ordering a high-sodium pizza, freedom from the guilt of eating an unhealthy meal because you were too tired to cook. With this haul, we are perfectly set up for our Sunday meal prep session. This isn't just a pile of ingredients. It's a week of calm, healthy, and delicious meals waiting to happen. In our next masterclass, our meal prep video, we will transform this beautiful haul into a week's worth of components. These chicken breasts will be perfectly seasoned with our flavor toolkit and roasted, ready to be sliced over salads. This quinoa will be cooked to fluffy perfection, forming the hearty base for our grab-and-go power lunches. These carrots and cucumbers will be chopped and ready for snacking. These eggs will be boiled and waiting in the fridge for a quick protein boost. This is the system that completely changed life for David and Susan. The Sunday prep session became a new, enjoyable ritual for them. They'd put on some music, work together as a team. And by the end, they'd have this incredible sense of accomplishment, looking at their fridge stocked with healthy possibilities. That feeling of preparedness, of knowing you've taken care of your future self for the week ahead, is truly priceless. And that is what this grocery haul really is, a purchase of peace of mind. Today, we have proven that the supermarket doesn't have to be a source of confusion or anxiety. With the knowledge you've gained from our masterclasses, it becomes a place of empowerment. You now have the skills to walk into any grocery store in America with a plan, to see past the marketing, to read labels like a detective, and to build a cart that is a true investment in your long-term health and vitality. You have passed the final exam with flying colors. This isn't just a grocery haul. It's a blueprint for a healthier life. So now the question goes to you, our amazing community. What is one healthy item that is always in your grocery cart, no matter what? Is it a specific vegetable, a type of fruit, or a smart pantry staple? Share your non-negotiable healthy foods in the comments below. Your great idea might be the perfect addition to someone else's next shopping list. If this grocery field trip gave you a new sense of confidence, please give this video a thumbs up, as it truly helps our channel grow. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to Senior Health Lab and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next masterclass, where we'll turn all of this food into a week of delicious meals. Thank you for coming shopping with us today. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy.